Well, hello everybody. And today I wanted to look at rolling and releasing and finding balance. And my focus is actually the Pilates exercise, rolling like a ball, but we're going to look at ways at getting into rolling like a ball, ways in which we can release tight areas of the body, and ways in which we can find strength plus relaxation in the tissues. Now, first of all, when we go down onto the floor in life, it's very, very grounding. It connects us to the earth. And when we connect to the earth, whether we're doing Pilates, yoga, martial arts, or anything like that, it helps to bring awareness to emotions which perhaps don't serve us. These can be anything from anger, resentment, jealousy, annoying, sadness, all these things. And it's not to say these emotions are wrong. It's a way of channeling them through to the earth and moving so we can bring awareness and see what's serving us and what's not. Also, with this rolling mechanism, which I'm going to do with you today, we're going to help to release and find areas which could be trapped or restricted joints. And for me, it's definitely my thoracic. So just by moving around on the floor, you're going to find a little bit of freedom in your body, but also find strength and stability. And we have to acknowledge Joseph Pilates' amazing mat work here. So the mat work is very much in utero, infant development, especially for this rolling like a ball. So first of all, I want you to come down onto your side, and I don't want you to find a set format or follow me. I just want to see where your body wants to go today. And I'm just going to lie onto the side, and as I lie down onto the floor, I just want to see what areas are connecting to the floor, what areas are not. Because really, this is not about structure or finding the perfect shape. As we know, everybody's body is different. We were all brought up in different environments, different schoolings. We all carry different stresses and have different mobilities and modalities in our body. So it's seeing where you are. So for me, I'm feeling a little bit tight and restricted in the lower back. So I'm actually just going to bring one leg forward, and I'm just going to roll backwards and forwards. And you'll see so many animals doing this sort of thing. So I'm just finding and releasing into what's tight, what's weak, what needs moving. And you'll notice when we wake up in the morning, we yawn, and yawn is like a stretch, or a better word is a pendiculation. So we have no stop or no start like an animal. We just find the way. Now I'm going to let my head drop behind the shoulder here. And as it drops, I've got a bit of restriction in my neck. And this is actually very good for me because I tend to be hypermobile on the C7, T1 joint. So my head's dropping to the floor. I'm getting a natural stretch. And I'm also creating movement in my upper thoracic. I can stay there and just take a few deep breaths. Oh, where do I want to go next? Oh, I'm really feeling tight down the side, lateral side, and across my outer hip from all my sports and my running. And this is a great way here to release my glute. Yeah, I'm releasing the tightness in my glute from all my running, my squats and my deadlifts. Also any tightness, perhaps in that tightness in that sheath, the tensor fasciae lata, around that sheath. And people, talk about the inside stretch or the inside pain on the inner and outer leg. Oh, and I'm going to mark onto my back, and I'm just going to bring myself into this sort of baby crawl, and I'm going to just rock that junction box. And that junction box on the floor, as we know, is the thoracolumbar fascia. It's like an automatic train station like King's Cross. So many fascial highways and muscles go into it, and it's feeding things out. Ooh, where do I want to go now? So I've sort of gone into a cross stretch now. And again, this is the thoracolumbar fascia here. I want to open this here because for me, it's a little bit tight and restricted. I can take some deep diaphragmatic breaths here. I'm going to bring myself back round. Again, just finding freedom, and you'll find moving the lower body in this rolling tight position will release the upper body, and moving the upper body can release the lower body. It's not about looking pretty, it's just finding yourself and connecting to the floor. And again, I'm going to go into a bit of tummy time here. Just finding some elongation, some yawning qualities on the floor. It's very serpentine-like as I just mobilize around. Yeah. Okay, and once you've done this, it is like a magical force. So your body will just tell you where you want to go. And I'm going to push myself back onto the side and just find a comfortable position there. So I'm now getting ready to go into the Pilates exercise, rolling like a ball. So I've done all my in utero positions, and I'm now ready to find that fetal connection. So this is the way I'm going to do rolling like a ball, and this is the way it looks on my body. So I'm going to get into that fetal position first of all, and I'm just going to take a few deep breaths. And I just want to acknowledge every time we inhale, and inhale is expansion. Every time we exhale, and exhale is closing. So an exhale takes us to the fetal position, and inhale excites the thoracic extensors. So I'm going to bring myself in a little bit tighter now. And it's not about, stretching the hamstrings, stretching the back. Those things may be enhanced naturally. It's just finding that playfulness, this childlike position. I'm just going to bring my hands down. Now, I push my thighs or my shins into my hands here. So my hands can go here or here. I've put my big toes on the floor and I'm rounding. The forehead or the eyes are gazing to the knees. I'm going to bring the feet up. So I'm pushing out as well as pushing in. So the resistance is two ways. I relax myself down, and all I'm going to do is just rock back off the sacrum. This is the way I'm just finding a little bit of balance and sensitivity. And then when I'm ready, I'm just going to roll back, and I'm going to try it with an inhale first and an exhale to come up, and then I'll reverse. The toes can touch the floor, or I can challenge it being more off. Now in the Pilates method, we tend to keep the heels more in. For now, on the rolling like a ball, they will advance out. And this exercise I feel is essential for when we go on to the reformer, into short spine, or anything where the legs go over the head. So this is your prep and your articulation. So now I'm going to make it a little bit harder. I'm going to bring the elbows here, hands here. Let's see if I can do it. Great. That's great, but I want to now take myself off track. I don't just want to go straight. Going to go straight to start with, and then I'm going to try going corner to corner. I'm just going to have a little bit of fun, even rolling round in a circle. Ooh, that felt amazing. Now I'm slightly tight in my lower back. Some of you may not be able to do this, and if it doesn't feel right and it's going to hinder you and hurt your back, don't do it, but you'll know. So let's go back to the basics. Purpose of this, anything where we go down to the floor is really important for connecting ourselves, finding our emotions, connecting and grounding to the floor. Rolling like a ball, I've taken it into infant development with a fetal position, and I've found it through some somatic really rolling, some Feldenkrais stuff. So I want you to have a go, give me some feedback, tell me what your rolling like a ball's like, and remember there is no right or wrong. You're doing the best with your tools and you are really, really working with your body. And one tip I forgot to say is lift your organs up over your waistline, because when you lift your organs up over the waistline and you're breathing with the inhale and the exhale, you've got that pump through the systems of the body. Enjoy.